And so it's not, look, I was in the West Bank, in East Jerusalem, in 2010, and E1 was already a big thing back then. And people were saying the same thing, they're reciting the same formulas that they're reciting today. Oh, this will not render a two-state solution possible. But the two-state solution is becoming every day incrementally less possible. So I would shift the focus from whether 2 states or 3 states or 1 state takes place or not, and would concentrate on fighting the crimes that make any political solution impossible. The apartheid, first and foremost. Israel cannot live as an apartheid state. Full stop. So it needs to withdraw the occupation, because this is the ICJ advisory opinion, which says in 2024 that Israel's occupation is unlawful and it is to be dismantled totally and unconditionally. The colonies, the armies, the exploitation of Palestinian land and resources. So why are we discussing OV1? Why are we not discussing about Nablus, Jenin, Tulkarem, Kusra, Massafir Yatta? Why are we not discussing the wall? Why we are not discussing about the Dead Sea? So you see, it's everything. Why we are not discussing about Gaza and the 65% of the land which has been erased and from which Israel is taking even the evidence of the crimes it has committed. The bones, the remnants of the Palestinians who have been killed are in the ground, in the earth, that Israel is now taking out of the Gaza Strip in order to conceal the evidence. I cannot explain anything otherwise than that. So this is what I'm saying. Israel has relentless, unrelinquished ambitions to expand from the river to the sea. And this is the genocide, this is the ethnic cleansing, and is going to lead to the completion of the genocidal plan that it's displaying under our eyes. So either Israel is sanctioned, there is no way out. Israel must be stopped. So sanctions, divestments, otherwise Israel will continue and will drag with it also Lebanon and other countries in the region. It will not stop there, and it's already expanding in the Mediterranean area. In Greece, now pushing for confrontation with Turkey. This is something that I said 2 years ago. 2 years ago, once Israel what starts in Gaza will not stay in Gaza. Lebanon might come next, and Lebanon came next, and then it was Iran. Next is going to be Turkey if Israel is not stopped.
Francesca, for doing your job, for reporting on the facts, you have been punished by the Americans. But a court ruled that those sanctions that Washington placed on you were illegal. But has your life still been negatively affected just for doing your job, to repeat, standing up for the facts? Some people, they have an agenda. They'll say you're not neutral, but you're a UN employee. Your neutrality is supposed to be guaranteed. And most of the world believes what you see, what you report, what your analysis is.
Look, I'm impartial. I'm impartial. This is why I'm saying I don't care about who's who. I don't care about religion. I don't care about ethnicity, but I look at the facts and I comment on the facts. So every time I write a report, I give Israel the time in advance to challenge those facts and the legal qualifications. Israel has never confronted me on the facts. Israel has a cohort of minions whose sole scope in their institutional life is to destroy people's reputation. They are doing that with me, accusing me of being a Hamas spokesperson or an anti-Semite, which frankly is more serious as an accusation, and it's a complete fraud. But they've done it with Richard Falk, with Michael Link before me. They've accused of the same the Pope and the Secretary General. So I'm not punished just by the United States. Of course, the United States behave like the bull in the room, and therefore use all their might. But I'm also punished every time the international community doesn't stand up to defend my functions, or the ICC as an institution, or prosecutors and judges or investigators and the human rights organizations who are all sanctioned. You know, I'm not even paid by the UN to do what I'm doing. And the fact that a UN independent expert has been sanctioned, so is treated as an outcast, as if I was a narco trafficker, a drug dealer, or a brutal dictator. This speaks to the paradox we have reached today. So those alleged of committing war crimes and crimes against humanity, accused of committing war crimes and crimes against humanity, can roam around, and those who simply report on the facts as the UN mandates me and as international law mandates the ICC, they get punished. So it's very serious. But at the same time, what I really strive for is ultimately integrity. I need to be fine with my conscience. I cannot stay silent because because there are states who are bullies, and because there are companies and states who profit from the death of children, because I couldn't live with the fact of having the duty to report on it and on it and not doing that. Therefore, I will continue doing what I'm doing, but it should be a wake-up call for all the others. If they can sanction and silence a human rights observer of the United Nations, all the more, they can silence everyone. And a precedent like this is a very dangerous precedent for everyone.
Francesca